Hello and welcome. My name is Nick Love with Love Racing, and here we're at Lime Rock Park Grand Prix in the Formula Vee for Season 3, Week 11 of the 2023 season. We're going to start as always with a full speed lap, followed by a turn-by-turn breakdown lap where we're going to look at braking points, turn-in points, just a little bit of references. If you guys feel like you're getting some value from these videos, please go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. Give me some comments, let me know, what you guys like, what you guys don't like. It's really helpful. All right, heading toward turn one, we're going to use all of the track on the left, turn in at the 1 marker. We're actually not going to brake. We're just going to lift, let the car settle, then go down into third right about the middle of the corner and back on throttle. We want to get back to about mid-track. We don't want to push it any further out. It's just going to be adding time. You want a nice late apex for the next corner. You don't want to track all the way right here. You want at least mid-track to left. That way we can kind of carry this full speed all the way throughout this section. All right, we're just going to try to keep the steering wheel straight as we can here. Prepare for the hardest braking zone on the track. We're going to want to be fully track left here. Use all the bumper on the left. We're going to stay in third. You can't clip the bumpers if you hit them just barely. Any more than that, and you're probably going to die. Now the rest of the lap is just flat out. I'm going to shift early into fourth here. That's going to help me really get my line perfect for this corner. And then it's just using all the track. Try not to turn the steering wheel more than just a few degrees, as you don't want to scrub any speed off on this truck. Alright, that was one really quick lap. Now we're going to go ahead and break it down a little bit more detail. What you'll find is because you're flat out ever since the chicane, that corner becomes really important to the whole lap. As we head down to turn one, we're going to want to make sure the car is fully track left here. That's past the white line. It's a little bit risky, but we're going to need to open up that radius as much as we can. We're going to start turning in at the 1 marker, and we're going to point the car at the apex. We're going to lift here before we start to turn in. That way we're not lifting while we're turning. We don't want any lift-off oversteer. After we hit the apex, we're going to want to make sure we start to aim for about the middle of the track and have a really clean shift into third. If you find yourself pushed out a little bit wider than mid-track, you're going to be adding distance to this corner and it's going to be slower. We want to get back on throttle right around the concrete curbing on the right. And we're going to bite our instincts here to track all the way back over right. We want to be about mid-track for this next corner. We're going to try to really focus on a late apex here. You don't want to hug the inside too tight until you've come up on the little concrete barrier on the inside. Then we're going to start to turn in apex at that concrete barrier, and that's going to help us stay full throttle all the way up into the chicane. Our position at the exit of this corner is really going to tell us whether we did it correctly or not. If we find ourselves pushed all the way over to the right side of the track here, we either got on throttle too early or apex too early. And what that's going to do is we're either going to have to lift or turn the steering wheel more to compensate, which is going to slow us down all the way up to the chicane. Right, going through turn 4, we're going to be really gentle on the inside curbing. If you hit that too far, it's going to get the back end to rotate a little bit. You're going to scrub a little bit of speed off. Alright, now as we head towards the chicane, this braking zone is going to be really important. I like to use this tree as a reference, not the shadow, but the tree. A lot of times when the clouds come over, you lose that shadow reference, and it's a tough, so just in your peripheral vision, look at the tree. You can also use the distance to the concrete bumper in front of you as your reference. So what we're going to do is we're going to brake hard here, downshift into third. This is a really good spot to focus on your trail braking. We want to trail brake here because we got to get the rear end of the car rotated really quickly. That allows us at this point to get back on throttle, which is going to stabilize the rear and help us go through this chicane. So we've got the car rotated. We want to be able to get back on throttle as soon as possible. You're going to want to put the right tire as close as possible to that first bumper, and then you're going to get back on full throttle. And what that's going to do is that's going to help you carry the speed through. You can see I do end up hitting the second red bumper. You can clip that a little bit, and it's not going to hurt you too bad. Any more than that, it's really risky. Now the rest of the lap is just flat out. Shift early into fourth. Carry that speed through. Just really slow inputs. You don't want to turn the steering wheel too much. Just nice and smooth, and that's all you got to do. Alright, that was 2 laps in the Formula Vee at Lime Rock Park Grand Prix. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on track.